What's up, guys? Benny Digital here, Chief Furu Officer at Rigged AI. Today, quick strategy video on trading high volume SPY when she is in Rippy mode using Rigged AI. The two things, that we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to be looking at two separate dates. Friday, obviously crazy, but we're going to be talking about the open setup for Zipamp. I mean, it was almost identical to what we had before, and you'll see that. And maybe you'll be able to recognize it going forward and capitalize. The second thing we'll get into is when to exit the trade. When do we think this thing is going to stop coming down? So watch the whole video. There's two different days that we cover, and I think it'll be pretty helpful if you're using the system going forward. What's up, guys? Chief Furu Officer Benny Digital here, Rigged AI. We're just going to talk a little bit about this setup we saw on Friday. I mean, this was insane, right? The move up, okay? Let's look at this open. We're really just in this range, right, of two strikes, 477 to 478. And then the move up, doesn't really even start until after 10:30. But obviously you could still get in here a little bit later. So it's like, what do we see? Tons and tons of bulls. If they don't bring it down, it's going higher. Bears come up at one strike higher. One strike's not where we want to try, because we know 2 or 3 is average. And then as soon as you see this thing kind of just start ripping, you have to keep this in the back of your mind that we opened with so many bulls. And the day that I had to go back to really find like an analogy, right, is let's go back to 11/10/23 on SPY. I think this was like Veterans Day or something like that. But you really get something super similar in the open, right? Clear range, because we opened 436.01, and we're just in this 2-strike range, right? Same thing. After 10:30, starts to come up. This bear is almost at 1 strike higher, and then we just rip up the rest of the day. So Friday's high volume, right? If we get this set up here in the morning where it chops and then it goes down, man, it could just be one of those things. Rare, obviously, but if we get it, we're going to the moon. So it's also important to kind of know, when do we expect the move to stop, right? What's average? Well, we're high volume, okay? Right here, 129%. That means 3-strike rule, throw it out the window, right? We're probably going much higher than that. So what are we looking for? When do we try and stop? When do we want to take profits? Let's just, 477.70. Let's call that 478 here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 3 is 481. But we know, or we're at least thinking, hoping, that because volume is so high that we're going to go higher. And where does this thing stop? 4. As soon as we get to 4, it's just ping pong, bing bong, right at 482. 3 strikes is normal. 4 strikes, maybe the top. But then again, right? We don't want to short this. And these bears right here, I'm sure you could have made some money briefly, but we're not interested in doing that, right? There's a possibility that it will come down, but they just closed this thing right at 482.17. And that's to be expected on a day like this where we kind of just go straight up. If we look, we'll go back to the November date, and it's like practically the same thing. Okay, looking at November 10th, right? So we open 436.01 right here. So this is 0. We go up 1, 2, 3, And look what happens. Here's 4, okay? 440 is 4 strikes up, and it does not get to 441. So if we're in the bulls, right, because we're following the price action, you got to know that as soon as we get to 4 up, this right here, that's where you probably want to exit and go back down to runners only. You know, it's very, very rare that we see 5 plus in a single day. It does happen, but most of the time you're going to be stuck at 4. I mean, this closes at 440.64. So if you're taking these trades later, right, over here, in the back of our mind, we have to constantly be thinking, we are up 4. We are playing in dangerous territory. It could go higher, but the chance it's going to go much higher is low. And then again, because we're in a hawk move straight up, right, this bear, it's not interesting to us. We are not looking to do any kind of bear action on a day where the market's just pumping straight up. And it's really easy to see, you know, when this is happening live. But at the same time, once you're here, you're like 3.5. This is danger zone too, because we know, hey, 4 is rare. If you made it this far, congratulations, you win absolutely nothing. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the educational videos, and make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. My ego is very, very tiny and could use a boost. Thank you. Keep it frosty.